Welcome to Level Up Mechanics. In today's video, I'm going to be modifying and upgrading the plastic engine valve cover for the 8th gen R18 motor. I'll go over all of the items and materials I used in order to upgrade the engine valve cover, and I'll make sure to put all that information in the description section below in case you're interested in doing any of these modifications on your vehicle. Don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe for future content, and in the meantime, let's go ahead and jump into the install. So here's everything that I have laid out for my valve cover modifications. Over on the left, we're gonna start with just this little plastic turntable right here. This turntable, I'll be able to put my parts on top of it, so that way I can easily move the parts around without actually having to touch them while there's wet paint on top of them. In addition, speaking of paint, we have this Wagner portable paint booth. It's basically like a pop-up tent where I can use it as a paint booth and help protect my parts while they're drying from dirt and dust and all the other miscellaneous crap that's constantly flying through the air. So I'll have this put together and assembled here in just a moment. But in the meantime, I also have some Posca black water-based paint markers just for some of the details that I'm going to do. And then I also have some Dura-Gold premium general purpose scuff pads. Looks like the grit is 320. These scuff pads I'm going to use in order to scuff up the plastic just to give the paint a chance to adhere to it better. Over here we have the actual valve cover for the R18 engine. Here is the main component of the valve cover, and then I also have the cover that covers the wiring harness for the ignition coils and the cover that covers the wire harness for the fuel injectors on the backside. So it'll be these three parts that I'm going to be painting, and the paint that I'll actually be using is this Duplicolor metal cast anodized coating paint. So I'll have my base coat, my top coat, and then to finish off a clear coat. So hopefully once all the painting is finished, everything should look really nice for this R18 valve cover. In addition, I do have some small little upgrades. We have this Acuity Instruments podium oil cap, and I had to do a little bit of digging, but I got the correct cap that fits the threads on this R18 valve cover. So we have the podium oil cap from Acuity, and then I also have some Dressupbolts that I'll be using to go around the valve cover, and a couple of bolts that sit on top of the valve cover. And then in addition, I have some of these bolt sleeves that I purchased off of eBay. And when you take the stock bolts out of the valve cover, you'll notice that they look like normal bolts, but they have like sleeves that are built onto the bolts. So this is just a modification I'm doing to allow me to use these dress-up bolts to help make the aesthetics look more pleasing for this valve cover modification. Now, as far as all of these parts are concerned, I pretty much got everything on Amazon, so I'll make sure to provide a link in the description below in case you're interested in any of the items that you see today. I believe the only exception are these dress-up bolts, which I purchased directly from Dressupbolts, and again, these bolt sleeves, which I purchased off of eBay. Everything else came directly from Amazon. But with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and begin the process of painting my valve cover components. In order to do so, I'm gonna take some scuff pads and sort of just scuff up the plastic and then clean off everything. Afterwards, I'm gonna tape off some certain locations to help protect it from getting paint on those applications. So like these bolt holes right here, the threads for the oil cap, and maybe the seal, and then this little breather tube right here, and any other miscellaneous items that I need to tape off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll also get the little portable paint booth set up. and we'll move on to the next step. All right, I now have all of my parts scuffed, cleaned, and prepped, ready for paint. I used some extra bolts lying around just to cover the holes that I don't want paint to adhere to. In addition, I did use some masking tape for other locations as well, just to keep the paint off of the areas that I don't want paint to be on. So now that my parts are prepped and ready to go, we also have this portable paint booth from Wagner that's ready to be used. This is the large size, and they come in a variety of different sizes. So if you are interested in something like this for your paint project, I highly recommend checking the links in the description section below. But with that said, now it's time to start painting. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, or anything you saw that you liked or didn't like in this video, make sure to leave them in the comment section below and I'll respond as quickly as possible. Don't forget to like this video if you thought it was useful or helpful, and make sure to subscribe to see future content on the 8th Gen Honda Civic. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.